northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Buffalo Bills. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Rolling to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Now the try here for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good pickup there, a 22. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A give to Jones. Open space inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Ryan Succop on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1. Working with a 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Touchdown! Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Staying on his feet. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Oh, he fakes a spike. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen going deep for Diggs. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. That catch good for only a couple.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Brady to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jerry Hughes make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. Allen to Beasley, 1st down Buffalo.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. On the ground, it's Singletary. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go right back to Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brady. His throw incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Singletary to get the drive started. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
try and throw on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So that'll back him up 5. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Here's Singletary. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Singletary again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Bass is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Now Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Brady got to have this one. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this one caught by Beasley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.